roundtable discussion this morning. And today, we're talking about after national service, what exactly is next? Navigating post national service realities. And this week, thousands of young Ghanaians are finishing their national service. Some are excited, some are anxious, and many are asking themselves, what exactly is the next chapter looking like for me? And the truth is that while a few will be retained in their service institutions, the majority will have to navigate the uncertainty, whether that is looking for a job, furthering their education, or venturing into business. And there's a chunk of other people who don't even know what exactly to do at all. They are just confused about life, and that's why we put together this special roundtable to hear real stories, share practical strategies, and also provide direction at this particular pivotal moment. Joining me this morning, we're going to hear from an entrepreneur, someone who went into entrepreneurship. Her name is Portia Saki Saba. She's in studio with me. Portia, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine.
Right. Good to have you this morning.
And then
we'll also hear from Elliot Nene Aita. He is a youth development advocate and also a change influencer. He likes to call himself that. And he's also going to share his experience with us. He went into employment, and so he will also share his experience. And then we'll also hear finally from a career coach and HR consultant who will give us some professional tips on navigating the job market and also how to position yourself very well to face or to navigate this post-national service realities we're talking about. So let's dive straight into it. Once again, Portia, you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so let's get into the conversation. Now, you went straight into entrepreneurship right after your national service. Take us back to the moment, first of all, when you ended your national service. What was going through your mind around that time?
Okay, so I'll say my journey started when I was in school. Okay. So before I started my national service, I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do, even though I was not so sure. Because when I was on campus, I started this skincare business I told you. I learned it in school and I started. So I was just thinking that after service, I was going to go full time into it. But I wasn't sure how it was going to go or how I was going to go about it. Right. So it wasn't for me, it wasn't something that I had to think over and over again, because I think I had already made up my mind that this was the path I was going to.
Right.
So I just kind of zoomed into it after school.
Okay. So why did you choose entrepreneurship anyway?
This question. Okay, so I'll say that when I went to school, I met these young people. UCC. I went to UCC, sorry. So there were these young boys who used to carry water for us, and they weren't going to school. They just come around, carry water for you, and you give them some money and all of that. So I started doing this.
They carry it from where to where?
Like from your room.
Okay.
Like they'll fetch it from the downstairs and carry it to your room for you. And you just give them some money. Okay. Or when you come to school fresh, they'll carry your luggages to your room and give them some money.
Okay.
So I was just wondering why these kids didn't like school, and I became friends with them. I went to their homes, and I said, I just wanted to do something for them. I didn't know what I wanted to do, right? So I started with an NGO, and we were like, we give them tea roll, give them food, do programs for the kids.
Wow.
And I realized that wasn't helping, because you do that for them this year. At the end of, we're doing it every December, right? So we do it at the end of the year, and then what? So I was always thinking, what can I do to maybe create jobs or something for their parents and young people like them, because they didn't like going to school. So one of the days I had opportunity to go through a skills training organized by the women's organizer in UCC.
Okay.
That's when I learned how to make what I do. So I've always been thinking around it. I want to help people. I want to employ young people. So I'm thinking of how I can create a business that one day will become so huge with a very big factory, and I have all of these young people who maybe haven't gone to school, but I can train and then employ. So that was where my mindset came from, the whole passion.
Okay, so what was the first step you took after that? I mean, conceiving that particular idea. Okay.
So after the skills, after learning from the UCC SRC, I remember my dad sent me money, and I used, it was around 50 cedis for soap making, the sets. If you want to do a set, it was 50 cedis back then. So I picked up 50 cedis and I started producing. And I started selling to my friends on my floor. Okay, so they will use it and they'll come back and they like it. They want some more. Those who didn't bring so from the house and all. So that's how I started. I started with that little money.
Wow.
I just tried with one set, and then as I was getting feedback and people were ordering, we kept going from there. And again, when I was doing my national service, I had opportunity of delivering to the company I was working with. I was doing my service too. I was working at cafes, so I was delivering to them. So you can imagine, I knew in my mind that after service, I was going to do business.
You go into that full time.
Yes.
Now, many young people say that they don't have access to capital, and that is what is blocking them. Maybe there's somebody listening to us this morning who wants to transition into entrepreneurship like yourself. What do you have to say to that?
I'll say you should find something that you're passionate about. You're not always going to start with a lot of money. Right now, I feel like the world has changed so much that everything is easy to do.
Oh, like, really?
Yes, everything is
People
easy
think
to
things are getting difficult.
I think things are really easy now. Like if I want to just start a business right now, with the help of ChatGPT, I can sit down and plan a whole business without even going to school. I have a master's in entrepreneurship, okay? But someone who doesn't have that can sit down with ChatGPT, and with all the degrees I have, the person can come up with a whole business plan that you need zero cedis to start. And the person can have a whole plan on how to go about it from start to launch to scaling. So I feel like this time, we have so much opportunities than before. So it's not about capital.
It's not about capital.
No. I know so many people had lots of capital, like after school. They either had money from family or paid so much money, and then the businesses did not stand.
I see.
Yes. So anybody who's trying to start business and they are talking about capital first, the person should just check because it's a little shaky. Capital comes far later when you're starting a business.
So what comes first then?
I think it's the passion and what you want to do. And for me, I think resilience has helped me because I started my business with so many other people, and I completed school almost 6 years now.
Wow. I'm
still going on with my business. The business is expanding, but so many people started and then they stopped. Okay. So you have to have that personal resilience. You should have that thing that's your why you want to do what you're doing. Else you would, right now today are opportunities for young people like grants, so many pitching. I have been to a lot of pitching programs where
competitions.
You get people to just listen to your idea, and when they are interested, they give you funding. Yes. So you just have to keep going until you get that opportunity. And even if you get that opportunity, they don't give you money, still don't give up. That day will come when they give you money.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So it's not about capital. You start from building your inner strength.
Yes.
To go through the process and all of that. Okay. So let me also ask you this. I'm sure you face certain challenges on your way because in as much as it looks like, okay, just before that, tell us about the business. What business do you do? How has it grown over the years? And then we can come to the challenges.
Okay. So when I started selling to my friends.
Yeah.
Okay. That was just liquid soap. So that was the first thing I learned. So over the years, I was learning other things. I learned how to do Parazone, Dettol, so many. I can literally do everything.
You learned all these skills?
Yes, everything on the cosmetics, Then I decided to zoom into one thing that I could focus on because it's easy to want to do everything. Today I'm a skincare person and I do this, I do so many things. But I decided to just focus on one.
Okay.
And what I decided after my research was to do shower gels and solid soaps, yes. Because did you buy this morning?
Yeah, I did.
Everybody here.
Of course, everybody. Nobody stepped out.
Yes. Even if you don't take a bath in the morning, take a bath in the evening. And one thing about gels too, from my research, it gets finished very quickly and you want to buy more. I can get a cream that will be there for a long time. I'll keep using it. But gel, over a month is over. So after my research, I decided to niche on just that. And then I let go of all the other things that I had learned.
Wow.
I do trainings and train people, but I just focused on one. And that's what I had worked on all over the years until I got to a point now I'm able to take it to the shops. Now I have about 25 shops in Ghana that have my products.
Wow.
Cape Coast, Accra, Kumasi, and we are also still expanding.
And you started how many years ago?
Like 7 years ago.
7 years?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And then we are also looking at, I told you the last time we have in Tanzania, we're looking at going to other African countries. So we just started with so many things and I narrowed on one.
On one. Okay.
Right now, I think I'm getting ready to add many more products, but still not yet. Until
so
everybody knows that name. You know that vibe when you know just Kivo Gary for a long time, and all of a sudden you start saying Kivo non-dairy, Kivo tomato paste. I'm like, whoa, everything. Okay. So long as it's a Kivo, you are still going to go with it. So right now it's a Janelle. I want Janelle to go everywhere. Just no Janelle for shower gel. Until we are ready, then you see the rest.
Right. Okay. Now tell us about the challenges you faced.
Challenges.
Yes. In your first year, and how you push through.
I'll put all my challenges together in one word: rejection.
Tell us about it.
The first major rejection I had was after I registered my FDA. I was so happy. I was so excited that I had FDA. I went to the shop to go and give them my products. I was just thinking that because I have FDA,
everybody will accept
you should. And this is like, it's a big shop. It's not too big like the shops I have now. But back then, it was a very big shop for me. I went to this woman. I was trying to explain to her. She wasn't even looking at me. She was like, "Sister, Missy Minji." And there were people there buying, like so many. If I remember that thing, I feel like crying.
Sorry
so
about
many
that.
people there. And this woman said she wasn't taking it. And at least you talk to me in a nice way, or like, oh, tell me that corner bra. You know, I'm a young person. I'm now trying to, what you are saying could make me literally stop business, or, you know.
Yeah.
And she was the first person I tried. So for a whole week, I hadn't touched anything soap. I wasn't doing anything. Like, I was just thinking about this whole thing. One thing that helped, on my way back from her shop, I spoke to my dad. And he was like, "Why are you crying? This one is just nothing. Have you heard the stories of those big entrepreneurs? They all have things like that. So I should just go and write it down. One day, that woman will come and look for me." And I'll say that right now, that woman has not come to look for me, but I don't even want to take my product to a shop because it's too small for me.
Wow. Yeah, I get it.
So that was one of the major things that I always remember in my mind. And I've also had circumstances where I spoke about the pitching competition.
Yeah.
It's like you've gone for a competition, you are so excited. You've pitched your idea to your friends, to your teachers, to
everybody
excited.
Says,
"Oh, this is good." I tell you, you're winning. And you go, and then somebody whose idea looks like, now we cry a day. The person is selected, and then
over you.
You know, then you feel like, you know, those competitions sometimes look like a validation. It feels like someone has been validated over you, and it makes you feel like your idea is nothing that you should like continue with. You know.
Yeah.
So that thing also was one of the things that wanted to break me down, but I didn't go. I didn't allow it to break me down.
Wow.
So if you are trying to go into entrepreneurship, like, get ready for rejection. And rejection, I feel like it should be that thing that springboards you, like pushes you to do better.
Yeah. So tell us how. I am very much interested in the how, because I mean, we go for conferences, we attend, we listen to conversations like this, and we know all the what you should. How do you actually deal with rejection? How do you deal with that? Is it that you were listening to some men of God who were or some motivational speakers? What exactly were you doing?
My dad was one, and again,
so more like a support system.
Yes, and again, I also listened a lot to some particular men of God. There's this message that I was always listening to, the laws of advancement by Apostle Joshua Selman. And some other particular messages, I knew that I was going to get there. So even if I was rejected at this point, I just knew that it was just part of the story.
Right.
You know, so that thing that I just go and take a book and I'll write it that, on this day, this and this happened, because I know a day is coming, you know, when I'm going to refer to that. So I think that personal support system from family, and then also faith, having faith in what God has told you, what you believe that you are going to become. You know, I saw this particular post on social media. I don't know the guy. He posted a video of himself in 2015, telling his friend that he was going to become one of the Afrikaners. You saw it?
Yeah, Adnan.
I don't know him, but I just have chanced on him.
I think it was 2017.
And his friend was laughing
and all of that. And then 2021, now he's making millions.
Right. So it's like, you know that you don't have it all at this moment, but you know that where you are going, you are so sure in yourself that whatever happens, it's just part of the story.
Just part of the story.
Yeah.
I see. Very interesting story. So if there's anybody listening to us who's a national service person currently, who is he's finishing today. By 4 p.m. today, they'll be walking out of the office and they're going to face reality. Maybe they decided to choose the path of entrepreneurship. What is one piece of advice you have for such a person?
Okay, so when you're starting, don't expect everybody to support you, else you'll be disappointed.
Okay.
You know, you're expecting that your very close friends, like someone creates a YouTube channel, you say, oh, share for me, help. Your very close friends might not support you, and if you're not careful, you might think that because they are the most close to you, they're not like supporting you or giving you that kind of support means that what you are doing is not good.
It's not good.
No. Sometimes they come later.
Okay.
Like they're just watching to see how far you go. I remember some time ago, my mom told me, you are finished school, you are finished doing masters, you want to do soap. And I say, seminar. You know, because they don't understand.
It's not a soup, it's a seminar.
Yes. Because they don't understand where you are going. Do you get it? So you have to be your number one, like
cheerleader.
Thank you. That's the word. Even when it looks like everybody doesn't understand, so long as you understand, just keep going. Keep praying. You get there. You understand that it's not just seminar, you know.
It's an international shower job.
Yes,
I'll come back to you.
Yes.
Let me go over the phone lines to Nene Aita, and then I'll have a conversation with him. Lydia is also in studio, and so Lydia, just say hi to us, and then Lydia, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Come with all the fire and the energy.
Yeah, giving it to them.
Yeah, so I'll come back to you shortly. Let me go to Nene. Nene, good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Oh,
I
my
am
brother.
well.
Good to
about
hear
you?
from you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, great. Let me ask the same first question that I asked Portia. What was it like for you at 4 p.m., 5 p.m., wherever you were on that particular last day of national service? What was running through your mind?
Honestly, if I am to be honest, personally, it was totally blank because, in Ghana, nobody actually prepares you for post-national service trauma. I would label it as trauma. I hope you can hear me.
Loud and clear.
Yeah. No, I'll label it trauma because speaking to a few people preparing for this interview, you'd realize that a lot of us have not been readied for what will happen after national service. So personally, my mind was blank at that time because all we knew or all I knew was, okay, I picked this company and then I got my service there and then I'm done with it. And then automatically we expect that, we'll be retained. Do you get it? Because maybe we did this or we did that there, but that was not the reality. And then I think you are aware of my journey, and you know that even get into employment is a hassle. Honestly. And then just like my colleagues in the studio were saying, I had to go through entrepreneurship myself, had to go and learn how to cook and do things on the side. And it took a long time to actually, get employed. So honestly, I would say that standing in the gap or putting myself in the shoes that I was in a dilemma. I didn't know what
the direction was.
I didn't know what the next step was. But then I just knew that something had to happen for me. So talking about this, I feel like I understand what some other people are going through. Or what some national service personnel are going through right now. Yeah.
I see. So how did you land your first job?
So it was through a referral. So like I told you the other time, when I finished, I wasn't retained. So I went ahead to learn how to cook because I was like, nah, I have to do something for myself. And then just like my colleague in the studio said, everybody baths twice or once a day. I was like, everybody eats every single day. So exactly. Right. So what I can do is, and nowadays, because of social media, I don't need to have a shop. Do you get it?
Yeah.
I don't need to have a shop. And also because of my engagement in school and then leadership roles that I took, I was quite privileged to have like a lot of contacts. I was like, okay, fine. Then let me learn how to cook and then, just send it to all my contacts. You never know. Somebody might want to try it, and
True.
then I would get, customers who will be ordering from me every single day.
Mm.
So from there, I went to Kempiski to do internship. It was unpaid. And you see, one thing that I usually say is, most of the national service personnel who come out of this, they usually look for, they feel like, okay, the world owes them a good job, and then after they are done, they need to start earning big money, and then it's all about the money.
Yeah.
It's not about even the training, or it's not about the network, or it's not about building. Honestly, for me at the start, it was not about money. For me, I wanted to build capacity. I wanted to train myself. I wanted to be like something for myself. You get it? I wanted to gain skills that will help me be like relevant in the industry. So from there, I think that because I had the opportunity to be linked up to quite a few people in how would I say it, in school, I would tell you that my first employment was not actually an employment. It was an internship.
Wow.
Like, believe it or not, it was
an unpaid internship,
which was just, it was allowances that were given. And I like to say this because that's why I was saying that some national service personnel, no offense to anybody, they feel entitled. That okay, because let me give you this story. Someone who has been an SRC president before, right? He has seen a lot of things in school, met a lot of people, and now he's done with school. He's not employed, right? Would you go for an unpaid internship? Like, let's be honest.
Many people
you know the pride and all of that. But then at that point, I was like, no. Who am I? Whatever I have done, who am I? I'm just a normal human being. And at the end of the day, it's all just noise, right? In the sense that nobody would actually come and pick you up. You need to.
Hello. All right, I think we lost Nene. But he's sharing a very interesting story. We'll get him back and then we continue the conversation. But he says something. Many people don't want to go into unpaid internships and all of that. How real is that? Lydia, you are a career coach, and so you should be able to speak from that angle.
Let me start dwelling from the sense of entitlement. Seriously, it put me off.
I see.
For where I am now. I have actually helped a lot of graduates, over 1,000 graduates secure jobs for the past 2 years.
Okay.
One thing is that, when you post a job vacancy and then someone comes into your DM and say, how much is the salary? This person just finished national service. And I'm asking, what do you have? What are you bringing on board? So, those questions, if you ask this question for the first time, I know, money is important, but you know that you don't have, even when you come, you don't have the relevant skills. You don't have that experience.
You don't have the experience.
You get it? So asking how much is the salary alone, it's like a red flag for me. It puts me off. And I have someone waiting up to now 3 years, and it is deliberate. I'm not actually putting in any effort for her. Because of a sense of entitlement.
I see.
Until she comes to the realization that, hey, I have to do something.
So what should they be doing differently?
So differently, you finish school, you finish national service, you have to ask yourself, if I'm in a room with 5 people fighting for one job opening, what makes me the most suitable candidate? If you assess yourself in this way and you realize that there's something you have to do more, that is where the focus should be. You have to have something that is unique, what I call unique selling proposition, something that makes you stand out from the rest. So that in case we are 100 and we are fighting over one job, I will be the most ideal candidate for the job. Okay. So that is what you should look out for. Being aware of that and building on it and capitalizing on it to get the job.
Right.
And so that should be the focus. And then also helping yourself, be visible.
Okay.
So helping yourself, if it's about reading, if it's about storytelling, if it's something about chat AI that you have actually learned over the past, try and talk to people about it,
let people
and
see
let's see, what can it do for them, how can it help them in their businesses, and look at that instead of what is the salary?
What's the salary?
That's the first question. And when you ask, I will not even come to the chat and respond because for me, it's a red flag.
It's a red flag.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll come back to you again. I think we have Nene back on the lines. Hello, Nene.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Sorry.
Yes. Oh, it's okay.
So,
I mean,
like I was saying, so I went into this unpaid internship, right, with the mindset of, and even that was one thing that I feel wowed my employers, because in the first time we went into the interview, they asked me, and I told them that honestly, I am not here because of money. I am here because I want to build capacity.
wow.
You understand? I'm here because I want to work. At this point in my life, I want to work. I want to make something out of myself. And then they asked me what role. And you know what I told them? I told them that I don't mind, because honestly, people don't understand that now a first degree is a blank paper. Where you actually get your real work experience, or your sense. Because in Ghana, most of us grew up saying, I'm going to be a doctor, and then we all go in and do general science, and after that we realized that we went into the university, and then we actually did it. And this is the truth. So then I told them that, put me where you want to put me. And then this man assessed me and realized that, okay, you can do well in sales. You get it? So immediately he put me in sales. And then the workload and then the allowance did not match. But then we did it every single day for like 6 months. And then that through that 6 months, because I was giving my all and not thinking about money and building capacity, I actually met somebody who realized my potential. And immediately my internship was not even over, and then there was a job readily available for me.
Wow.
You get it. And then because he saw the zeal, and then the sense of purpose, and then but what people don't understand is that for a while you have to mess up to get it right. Honestly, I always say that if things are going well, be very careful. But if things are not going well, that most definitely your break is coming.
Okay.
So I would say that, just like the career coach said,
okay, Lydia,
entitlement is something that national service personnel should take out of their mind. The fact that you landed a place, maybe even when you went to do your national service, all you were doing was buying wachi or making photocopies. You get it? And that is not a skill that a company will keep you on for. So lose that sense of entitlement, and then do what has to be done. Going into your career first, don't think about money. Just think about learning, think about building your capacity, think about what you can bring that is different from. And honestly, let me be honest, what I feel I brought to the fintech company was that the interviewer realized that I could speak, I could communicate. Do you get it? That's why he put me in sales. Because he realized that in all the, just like the career coach said, in all the 5 people that came into the room, I was the one who could speak, and then I could express myself. So immediately he put me in sales, and that was my break.
Wow.
So I feel like lose the entitlement and take every opportunity. Just like she said also, because I can tell you, before I even got that, there was a team of people. We were going around with our CVs. We went to Cantonment, went to Laboni, and then we printed CVs and we're entering into companies and telling them that, oh, we need a job. We're just dropping our CVs
everywhere,
every single place.
I was actually coming to ask you that, whether you wrote some applications to some organizations. How many organizations can you how many can you mention that you took your CVs to?
Oh, so I took it to GB Foods, I took it to Fidelity, I took it to EcoBank, I took it to quite a lot of places. So ideally what I was doing was I was using the sales concept. So I pitch to 100 people, I get 10. Or I pitch to 1,000 people, I get 100. So I was like, all these people can't reject me. By all means, one person will call you. And out of like 50 people that I went to, it was the one that was Pay as Africa who gave me my break. You see,
Wow.
so ideally, that is what you have to do. You have to be relentless. You have to not give up because let me cite an example. A few months ago, whilst I was I was working, one of my colleagues from school contacted him and he was like, oh, he after national service, he has not got a job and all of that. And then I was like, oh, there's this company who are doing an aptitude test and then they will recruit and train you like graduate training. So he went there, and when he went there, he realized that he went to meet a few of his colleagues. And then this guy he didn't prepare for his aptitude test. He did not prepare for the interview and everything. And then I asked, because I called the interviewer and I asked him that, how did my guy do? And he was like, oh, the guy didn't come in prepared. But you know what he told me when I asked him? He was like, and when I went there, I met a few other people who I know, and then they were already doing their internship there, and they have some ties with the company, so I know that they'll. You see, the sense of entitlement again.
He's not
You
ready to
didn't
work.
go prepared. You're not ready, and then but you blame the company, and then sadly, this is the narrative. I think I would
Yeah, you
end it
yield
here
at this
to
point.
allow my
But
other colleagues
I want to ask that, were there moments of uncertainty or some discouragement, and how, I mean, along the way, and how did you handle that?
Oh, there were lots. There were a lot of uncertainties. There are days that you cry. There are days that you feel worthless. Even during the internship process, there are days that I'll be like, let me see where I've been and see the experience I have. I don't have to put up with this, because you have somebody you are probably older than, who is a staff, talking down on you, condescending, like. But then throughout all of that, because that's why I always say that personally, I feel like I have been privileged and got the opportunity to have been through a rough terrain in leadership. So, in all those moments, I could fight my what? I could fight my I suppress my emotions and okay, work is work, emotions are emotions, and not mix it. And then also, I had people that I could speak to. It's always good to have somebody who is ahead of you. So there's this man, Raphael Boni, and then I used to really talk to him about what I was going through. And then my uncle in the UK, he's a pastor. He speaks to me, like family. So what I do is, when I come back, I unburden myself on them. I tell them I'm going through this. So how do I handle it? Currently, I feel that the youth of nowadays do not. We think we know everything, and then we don't have to seek for like advice from other people. But just like the old adage goes, the one who's grown, let me say, akwala na obi aya akwala da, but opinion no be nye bi da. And idea opinion bet na say hu no akwala gina mountain so kro hu. Our elders have been through it. They have seen it, and then they have been, like it or not, they've been where we are. So it doesn't hurt to ask for. So this is how I go through the uncertainties.
Right.
I seeked for help. I didn't try to do it on my own, and then I just picked up myself. Like, it's okay to cry. It's okay to stop and take a breath and then try again.
Okay.
Exactly. Right. So that's how I did. I never gave up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So more specifically, maybe that'll be my last question to you. On this. But what if you're listening? There's a national service person listening to us this morning, and they want to transition into unemployment right after here, and they don't know where to start. What do you have to say to them?
Okay, so I would say that once you were working in the company, I'm sure you should have tried to network with, the upper management. I feel like some people are not intentional about what they want to do. You know that the reason why you're doing national service is to gain relevant experience. And after that, you ought to network with people. And then also get employment. So first, I feel like once you are there, you should try networking with the people who can call the shots for you. Like it or not, this is the truth. You get it? And then after you do that, you should try to make yourself indispensable to the company. Don't. I remember that when I went to this company doing the unpaid internship, people started calling me like, hey, this guy did be our person. You get it?
Right.
But they didn't know that it was a plan. I was trying to make myself relevant, because the only way you can learn is to what? Is to practice.
True.
So I would be sitting down. My other colleagues would just be sitting down, chatting, laughing, talking and be happy. But I would walk into maybe the accountant's office. I'd be like, sir, do you have anything I can do for you? I would walk into the HR's office. That was my way of creating relationships and bond with people in higher positions. Do you get it? And
Yes,
another way I was doing was I was also trying to make myself useful, because honestly, if you are not useful, we'll discard you.
True.
But if you are useful, we'll retain you. That is how I built. So I feel like this is what they should do first. They should create relevant skills. They should network with people in the company, because if you do that, then 80% guaranteed you'll be retained.
True.
Even if you are not retained, these people you can go to them and tell them that, oh, sir, or madam, I'm not sure I'll be retained, but do you have any other company that you could, like recommend me to, or anything? Because they've seen your work ethic, because they've seen your zeal to work. Trust me, 2 out of 10 would actually try to help you. So I feel like this is what service personnel should do. You should network. You should try to build skills.
Okay.
You should expand your knowledge, and you should become useful. Right. Because once you are useful, you find your place.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Nene. So I'll come back to you before we wrap up the conversation this morning. But if you just tune in, this is Business Breakfast on Z101.9 FM with me, Nitrebi Hammond. And this morning we're talking about navigating post-national service realities. And I have three guests that I'm talking to. I have Portia Saba and Portia Saki Saba. And she's an entrepreneur, and she's the founder of Regal Genelp Innovations. And also, I just spoke to Elliot Nene Ayita. He's a development advocate and also a change influencer. And then I have Lydia Kwe saying she's a career coach and HR consultant. We would love to hear from you. So please send us a WhatsApp on 0544321019, 0544321019, and then we'll read your messages for you. We're streaming live on Facebook at ZFMGH and also on YouTube at Z Multimedia. You can drop a comment on these platforms and then we will also read them for you. Please share the link to a friend and let them join the conversation this morning. All right. Now let me come to you, Lydia. You are a career coach, and so you give us the professional advice as well. Where do I even start from? Tell us, what are some of the common mistakes that some of these young people who are transitioning from national service to the next phase of their life? What are some of the mistakes that they make?
So the first one I want to talk about is thinking that the degree is enough. That's number one.
But the degree is not enough?
Your degree is not enough, but you have to be enough.
How do you mean?
This one can take one hour. All right. So the degree, as Nene said, okay, is just like a blank. It's a document. But whatever you studied, okay, what has been the impact on your life? What are you bringing on the table? What can you do with it? And that is what is important. So the skills, your competencies, your knowledge, your zeal, your strength, that is what we are looking out for. So in the conversation, we ask, what are you bringing on board? And that is where you should be able to sell that document, that degree. Right. You should be enough. And so when I say your degree is not enough, but you have to be enough, I'm talking about what have that document called the degree done for you. Okay. And what can you do with that degree?
Okay. Just before that, I forgot to ask you, Portia, what did you study in undergrad?
Computer science.
Okay. And you are selling soap. Okay. All right. That is fine. And Nene, what did you read? Hello, Nene.
So, I read accounting.
Okay, and you are cooking. Okay, all right, that's interesting. Yeah, all right. So okay, let me come back to you, Lydia. Continue.
Yeah. So as I was saying, the first, your degree is not enough. Number two, drop that sense of entitlement. It's something that, in fact, it's out of pride. You know, I met a lady. She did national service with me, and for the past 3 years, anyone who does internship with me, before you go, you have your job. Wow. So that is something I do intentional. Okay. But this lady, she was very disrespectful. She felt that kind of sense of entitlement. My sister is working here. I don't have a problem. And then, okay. So I just left her, be in your, and as we are speaking, she's still job searching. She will, until she learn. It's not because I want her to learn. Sometimes you have to experience it to actually learn.
Wow.
Okay. So that sense of entitlement, please drop it.
Drop it.
I want you to also focus on yourself. Have a goal and focus on it. There are a lot of noise. I call them noise because everybody, if you've heard stories, people will come to, it's not easy. Some will say, you do this, you go through this, but focus on that goal.
Okay.
What goal do you have? Where do you see yourself? What do you want to do? Focus on that goal.
Right.
So that it limits the distractions. There are a lot of distractions out there. It limits the distractions. So these are the 3 focal things I want to dwell on.
Talk about.
These are the things you should actually focus on.
Now, CVs are a very big topic today.
Yeah.
What makes a CV stand out in today's job market? Because maybe there's somebody who has a CV in their hand, but like I was saying during I was saying during my business brief early. So we have a segment called Business Brief where I'll share something ahead of the roundtable. And I'll say that there are some CVs today that looks like a shopping list. Tell us what exactly makes CVs stand out in today's job market.
So the CV is not about the length and filling spaces. Hello, I'm the CV expert. So listen. It's not about filling spaces. The fact that we say bring CV means 1 page I have to occupy with nonsense or trash. What is relevant is one, your name, your official name. Okay, that should be the most highlighted thing on your CV, bolded. The second thing is your skills. Because you are just finishing national service, you have to dwell on your skills. We know you don't have that experience. So what are the skills you have? Don't tell me Microsoft Word, Excel. In this dispensation, who doesn't know Microsoft Word and Excel? Okay?
Yeah.
What else do you know? We are in AI era, tech. Learn something. If you just finished with an degree in accounting, finished national, learn QuickBooks, learn Tally. These are some of the extra you can add to the Excel, and then there's Microsoft Word. Okay? And even with the Excel, they come and they can't even do anything with it. So these are some of the things. Your skills, we know, capitalize on that skills. Communication, how good are you? There's a lady I spoke with, she national service, but she can speak French. I said, you have something. So capitalize on the language proficiency, the French, and you will see that you'll be actually advanced when you get there. So what skills? So the skills should be there. We should see the skills. That is your dwelling point.
But there are some people who just pick up skills from somewhere, just dump it on there.
Yes.
How do you demonstrate it, even on the CV, that you've really done something with that?
All right. So let me tell you the fact. It takes me less than a minute to know if a CV is good or not, if I have to do it manually.
How do you do that? Tell us.
I think it's a skill, but when I look at a CV, within a minute, I'm able to say that these are the errors.
Okay.
I do CVs. It's part of my services. So I know a good CV. So the fact that you have seen skills out there, and so you are putting them on, your roles and other things on the CV will just expose you.
Expose you.
Yes. Because you can't tell me you are proficient in IT, and then when I'm reading your roles, there's nothing correlated. Nothing is correlating whatever you have put there.
Okay.
So how am I sure that this is you? So it is not just about listing the things. It's about whatever you are saying you can do. Let it reflect in your roles, what you did actually.
I see.
And that is where we are able to tell. Yes.
Okay. And about the experience, so job experience, internships, and all of that. How do you capture it so much that it gives a particular message?
Great. So volunteering, internship. First of all, you have to it's called volunteering experiences. So you have to list them in a way that you are not just saying that I was doing photocopies. No, let us know the number of copies you did per day. Okay, so quantify them, put some quotes on it, right? That makes it gives it volume.
Wow.
Yes, you don't just state it like there. I did this, and like I interviewed people. What do you mean? How many people did you interview daily, weekly? And what was the impact on the organization? Okay. That is what we want to know. So don't just say that I interviewed clients for the organization. It will not sell.
Okay, so
It
you
will
need
not
to
sell.
quantify it.
Quantify it, make it impactful. So I interviewed 3 clients every day, helping the organization realize or sell its goods.
Okay.
So out of 3, you are telling me that out of the 3 people you interviewed, out of the 3, 1 person, you were able to attract 1 person to buy the good. And when I see that, if I pause.
Okay.
And I do some examination. I say, okay, let me bring her on board. Let's have a discussion. Let me know how best she can help me or he can help me. So don't just list things and just dump it there. No, it will not sell.
Okay.
It will not get to anywhere. Even when we put it in the ATS, the tracking system, your score will be like 5% out of 100. Do you get it? So put some, quantify it, and let us know how the outcome of what you did. And it can be done in a short phrase.
Okay.
If you have a CV, we can do some demonstration. I don't mind. I don't mind.
Okay. So what other things on CV? Maybe we can finish the CV.
So the skills, your roles, what you did, if volunteering, whatever you did, you put some impact on it, and your education. Okay, your education. For now, I would say if you are an entry job seeker, you are now entering the job market or starting, you can put at least 2 references there.
Okay.
But when you get to the mid-level, I don't advise you put references. You state upon request.
Okay.
So
why,
they are
why though?
For the mid-level, because you have a lot of experience and you can actually sell your experience for the 2-page CV, do that. And then mostly when we are interested, we ask you for your reference. So you can actually put a clause, just a short phrase, and say references available upon request. And then have a reference list document where it is like an add-on to the CV.
Okay.
So whenever they want it, you just pull that. I don't advise. But because you are a starter and you don't have much to tell aside your skills and some volunteering,
so
you just put some 1 or 2 reference because you are starting. Why do you want me to ask you for reference before you get So like make everything available, okay?
Right, okay.
So that I can draw on it.
Okay.
And it's a bit of advice I give.
I see. Okay, very interesting. So also on CVs,
Yeah.
What's the typical number of pages for a start? I mean, an entry level person?
Okay, I would not do more than a 2-page for an entry. Maximum is a page.
Okay.
Yes, I will always make sure it's 1 page, and everything can go on. Yeah.
Do you reduce the font size or
it's not about font size.
Okay.
It's about relevance. So we have a tailored CV and we have a CV. So let's say I can have like 2-page, 3-page CV with a lot of non-relevant stuff.
Right.
But when I am applying for a sales role, I have to tailor the CV. So I take all those non-related stuff I did towards the sales job, and then I concentrate on how the sales experience I can use it.
Okay.
So you capitalize on that.
Right.
Okay. So at the mid-level, 2-page.
It's okay.
Maximum 2.5. But I mean 2-page should be okay. And then at the senior level, 3-page. Sell yourself. Depend. Maybe you are going for an executive director. If you have a 4-page, which have volume, I don't mind. Yes.
All right. My last question on the CVs: how do you actually? I mean, I see that some people put the courses that they read on the CV. Is that advisable?
For me, it's not. Just tell me degree in accounting. Okay. You only state something out of the course when it is very needful for the role.
Okay. Right.
So let's say for now, I have HR, I've done everything, but I'll always put project management there because I manage projects, I do events coordination. This is something out of a scope of human resource. Maximum. Okay. But project, maybe the role I'm applying needs somebody who manages projects. So I have to put it there. But stating the course, we know. People state a lot. They come and you ask them, what is this? Me, I'll do it all. And a lot of recruiters do it. You say, I studied maybe architectural something. Then I say, what is architecture? The person is there. The person cannot even define what he said he studied. So don't just put yourself out there.
Okay.
Okay,
All
don't
right.
fill the space. Have
Okay.
some quantity and impact.
Right. Our time is running very fast,
Yeah.
and so we'll try and touch on a few other things, and
Yes,
then
please.
let's talk about interviews. What
Okay.
exactly do recruiters look for beyond the textbook answers that people usually come with?
Yeah.
What do you guys look for?
There we look for someone who is not just talking, but who can actually do the job. So we are looking for someone who can solve our problems.
Okay.
You know, whatever we need, we put out there. We need a sales officer. When you come, tell us you can help us solve whatever challenge
problem.
we have. So we are looking for problem solvers.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, problem solvers.
Yes.
That's all you're looking for.
That's what we are looking for.
Many of our young people, national service personnel, they face months of unemployment. Some people do years, and then they mentioned that 3 years or something. Somebody has faced that. What practical steps should they take to be able to, during the waiting period, to stay relevant and employable?
Yes. So I want you to learn a skill.
Okay.
Or just be occupied with some of these things: training, webinars, learning your skills. Okay, learning a skill. Sorry, incubate yourself with skills, and when the opportunity comes, you have it. Don't wait for the opportunity to come and you don't have it.
Okay.
So the waiting period, make sure you are learning a skill.
Okay.
Okay.
What are the most relevant skills to learn
So
today?
it depends on your career, where you want to. But communication, build upon your communication skills is very important. Also, build on your technological skills. Okay. Build on your data analytical skills. Okay. These are some of the things you have to look out for out there. Very important. The second thing I want you to also do is have a very good CV. I always tell people, don't wait when the recruiter or someone is trying to push you there before you say, I'm now going to work on my CV. It should be something you have all the time, not like a paper, but on your phone. Wherever you go, share your CV with me. It's just like sharing your contact number.
Okay.
That is it. You are always ready. So have a good CV, not just in a CV. Try and draft one. Let someone look at it for you. If you can invest into it, do that, pay. You can come. Get your answers consult. We will give you a very good one. Something that will give you a job in less than 2 weeks.
Wow.
So invest in a good CV whilst you are waiting.
Okay.
And then also build your niche, network. So you can actually draw on creating a LinkedIn profile, try and, whatever you are learning, you are also talking about it. You are try and get something and then occupy yourself. You can volunteer as well whilst you are waiting. You can volunteer with your church, with a friend. Do something. And then
don't be idle.
Don't be idle, because our mind and our body is sad that if you are idle, you do a lot of things that you are not supposed to do in this social media era. So just be busy all the time. I remember when I finished school, I think for national service I didn't struggle through because I was always standing out. So before I finished, 3 of employers or CEOs, they all wanted me to work with some organization. But the thing is that you can have a referral. But when you get there, you have to put how ready you are. So I go there and they say, do a presentation of something I don't know, and I'm able to do it. So it is not actually the referral. It will open the door for you. But when you get there, you have to prove how ready you are.
You are.
Okay. That is why you have to learn a skill. So try and also work on yourself. Work on yourself. Okay. It's very important.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Lydia. Let me come back to you, Portia. And I think we've had a great conversation. We'll try and see how. Now you employ people, all right? What are some of the mistakes that they make when they come to employment?
Okay. For me, I'll say some of them they come and talk to you about how bad their previous employer was. And that's a very big red flag for me. Sometimes I sit down and ask, why did you leave your other job? And they tell you and my boss was this, and my boss did this, and my boss, it's almost everything about it. But sometimes they even tell you the name of the company and the name of the person who did that. And I'm like, okay, so if you leave this place, I could do the same thing to me.
Right.
Yes. So I feel like when you're working with people, you have to go with a good name.
Okay.
Don't even, regardless of what happened that you left the job, try not to paint the people black.
Okay.
Even if you work with them for just a month. Try and, have a good name for the people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, a chunk of the people that listen to us, I mean, most of the people that listen to us are people that are employing other people. So what can they do for young people, those who have come for national service, those that they are now coming into employment? What can they do for them? Speak to business people for me.
I think that we should give them the opportunity because most people are home. People start doing bad things because they're idle.
Right.
So if you see someone who comes to you and you have some space, even if you don't have so much money on your payroll for that time, like our other guy was saying, give them some allowance, some transports in and out from work, and maybe some small stipends, and let them work with you. You'll be shocked how some of them can help your company. Because some people have just completed school, they have skills in social media, content creation, and all of that. You'll be shocked that you don't have visibility with your company, maybe online or something. You get some of these people on board. They come and help you with content. They help you with, like she was mentioning, accounting softwares and all. You see that your business is moving from you not having good records to now having consistent records and all of that. You're not paying so much for it. You're also giving them the opportunity to get work experience. They can now say that, I worked with this company for 6 months, for 1 year, and all of that. So I think we should find some level of flexibility. Yeah. And again,
not be asking for 15 years experience.
Oh no, no. I mean, you can't be asking for 15 years experience. Okay. And I want to add one thing for the people who want to go straight into entrepreneurship. You don't have to think too big. 2 days ago, I was speaking to a coconut seller. Okay, some of them sell it with the wheelbarrow on the street. I stopped him and I asked him, does he make money from this? He said, I'm like, how much is the coconut? He says he buys it for 3 cedi, 50 pesos. And every day he fills the whole wheelbarrow with 100. So that's how much, like 350 cedis. Yeah. That's all the money that he needs to sell that. I'm like, how much does he sell? He sells one for 7 cedis. How much profits is that? 350. And I was like, okay, what does he buy anything? He said he rents the wheelbarrow for 10 cedi every day. So let's say 10 cedi out. And then also he's working, he might eat, say 40 cedis. So I am assuming that, because he didn't pick a car, he was just pulling the thing. Yeah. So I'm assuming that he's making 300 profits every day. Times
that's if
6.
He sells everything.
Yes. He says the day he doesn't sell, he sells 80.
Wow.
Yes, that's the least. But on a good day, he sells all the 100. So that's 300 cedis, taking the 50 off, times 6. How much is that? 80. Times 4. You are making almost 7,200 a month. And somebody who's working in a bank or something might not be making them. I was really shocked, like seriously, because I see them all the time. I'm sure he himself have not even calculated like that.
Down to calculate it.
Because every time he goes, he brings the money, maybe he buys this, he does. But 7,200 a month is not small money.
That's true.
So you just came back from school. Don't feel like you are graduates, So I sit down and calculate, what can I do? You go and talk to a cocoa seller, and you see that at the end of the day, the sales that she makes, she doesn't even know, because when she finishes, she's paying school fees, she's paying this, she's paying this. But you don't have anything to pay. You don't have all of those things. And you've been to school, so you can put your books together. You can do cost price. Right. It costs me this amount to produce, so this is how much I'm going to make as my profit. So you can start with just, how much are you being paid for national service? Let's say this is your last month.
720?
The last money they are paying you, if I were you and then I don't have a job, like someone started with food before he got a job, I'll sit down and calculate with my mind. I'm putting all my shyness aside. What can I do that if I sit down at the end of every day, I can make some 200, 300, and I'll take my transport house and I can make some money? You'll be shocked. Maybe after 1 year, 2 years, no, that's how it is for people. So don't be thinking too high. Okay. Don't be thinking I'm going to bring a proposal to my uncle, my grandfather. You people should give me 10,000 cedis to invest. You don't start businesses like that, because you're not come to start. You don't know if it will collapse. You don't know if in 2 years' time there'll be a government policy that will not make that business stand. So you start small until you get the grounding on it, like that this is it, before you can look at expanding. So look at maybe some Kube business being in your junction will help you.
Also help.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Thank you very much, Portia. Let me come to Nene, then I come and end with you, Lydia. Nene, let me come back to you. Do you have anything to add to what we have shared right now? Hello, Elliot?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Do you have anything to add to what has been said? Hello?
Basically, that is it all. You get it. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm seeing. Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
All right, so go ahead.
So they've said a lot. I was listening closely, and then there's nothing that I would add to it. That's exactly it. From the CV side that the coach said, that's exactly it. You need to, just like they usually say, how will I say, that saying, the CD is big, the fundamentals to show, or something like that.
Yes.
Do you get it? So when you go with your CD and then your skills don't tally what you've done, because just like I said, whatever you're doing has to be in practice. If you are not practicing, you're actually rusty at it. So even if it's there, an employer will not, because they are looking for ways to upskill their business. Everybody's thinking about how to maximize his or her business. So they won't bring you on if they feel that you can't do it. So I feel like my colleagues have said it all.
Right.
And then basically there's nothing I have to add to it. That's exactly it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, let me thank you very much, Nene. Let me come back to Lydia finally. Lydia, so I want you to talk to parents. How can they support their young people in these times?
I think the greatest thing you can do for your walls is to motivate them. Okay. You know, there are instances, for me, it became a bit toxic because my dad would say, if you don't work today, I'm not giving you chop money. Okay. It's not, I think it was part of pushing me out.
Right.
Okay. Because I got my first job less than a year. I just quit and I was in the house. I thought I've made a lot of money. And so when I even spent for 6 months with that job, I'm okay. But within 3 days of staying with him in the house, I realized that he will give everybody money. He will not give me money. No, he knew I was just wasting my time. So I'll just get up and go to campus where there's Wi-Fi and all that. I had a friend who works there, and then I'll use that to do things. And that was how come I could write articles. I can do a lot of publications. I did a lot because when I'm in the house, he will not let you breathe. Right. Okay, so you have to motivate your kids. You have to also let them know that you personally, you have to go through some phases and also support them in any ways that you can. And I believe that with this, they will be able to stand on their feet and be able to, discover their own selves and get the job that they are looking out for. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. A few messages here. So this one says, Charlie, one powerful and real conversation. More fire, guys. This entitlement issue is a generational. I think when we're talking about entitlement, it's a generational one. He said we need a day of national fasting and prayers to battle it. And he says, aside being resilient, it's a programmed cushion to support your mental health. He said, aside being resilient is a programmed cushion to support your mental health by your body. Don't be afraid to try because your body can shoulder the stress that may result. Take a risk because the greater the risk, the greater the rewards. Right, very powerful coming from Stanislaus. Thank you very much for sending that message. And there's one here. It says that there's a question actually. So it says, how do I draw the line between being taken advantage of by the organization and genuinely serving to gain experience?
Great.
Lydia, I think you'd be the best person to talk to speak to that.
When you are serving to, you see that whenever that line comes in and you feel like you are taken advantage of, it's like you are working all out, okay? And then secondly, you are not getting paid. You know, there's that kind of unfairness or discrimination. Okay, so if it is the same work, because the Labor Act says that you pay equal pay for equal work, right? It's your right, it's your entitlement. So the thing is, immediately you know that you are doing a lot and even overdoing, but you are not getting equal pay. When it comes to benefits, you are sidelined, and then you can't even talk. That is where you feel you are being taken advantage of. But where you are getting paid for what you are doing, and you can also talk when you need to express yourself, engage the employer and all that. Do your best. Sometimes you don't need the employer to tell you, but people are watching. People are watching, right? And so that is where someone can say, I have something here. Can you please come around and do it for me? So that is it. When there is discrimination and unfairness, that one, you feel suppressed. You don't have that freedom. And so it's like you are being used. You don't see. But when you are working and you know that you have equal pay, you can engage when you have to engage, there's that kind of cultural balance, then you are good to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us this morning. Lydia Kwesing is a career coach and HR consultant, and also Elliot Nene Aita is a youth development advocate, and then Portia Sakisaba is an entrepreneur, and she's a founder of Regal Genelp Innovations. And these are the individuals who helped us have this conversation this morning. Okay, there's one more message. It says that there's truth in what Lydia is saying. So I think somebody validates what you just said. It's coming from Gideon Morrison. Thank you very much for sending your message, Gideon. Really, really grateful to all of you. Okay, so that's how we wrap up today on the Business Breakfast on Z101.9 FM. What a conversation it has been. We've heard from an entrepreneur who reminded us that sometimes when the door to employment doesn't open, you can build your own. We also listened to a professional whose story shows that with preparation and determination, the job market can reward those who stand out. And finally, a career coach is giving us Lydia. Gave us a professional tools, the CV writing, interview skills, networking, resilience that can make all the difference in this transition session. And the truth is that finishing national service is not the end, it's just the beginning. Yes, of course, the job market is competitive. Yes, entrepreneurship is challenging. But as we've heard today, with the right mindset, the support systems, and the willingness to keep growing, there are pathways forward. And to our business leaders, investors, professionals listening this morning, please remember that the thousands of service personnel stepping out this week are not just job seekers. They are Ghana's future. Yes, Ghana's future workforce. They are the innovators and partners in development. So please, let's invest in them. And to every young person finishing national service, let me leave you with this. Hear me, your journey is unique. There are so many things you can do. Beyond the entrepreneurship, beyond the getting employment, social media content creation is a new thing on the radar today. You can go into that. There's so much, and don't measure it against someone else's time.